Hey everybody. I've seen a lot of comments lately on Facebook and on YouTube where a lot of people are feeling very alone in their walk. So if you're one of those people, then this message is for you. Shalom everybody and welcome to Beit Tefillah. I know there's some of you who don't have friends or family nearby where you live who you can fellowship with in your walk with Elohim while you keep His Torah and His feast days. It can be especially hard and difficult for those who are doing so around the time of the Christian holidays, and there's a lot of people who have a very difficult time when their family gets together and they have excluded themselves because they're trying to obey the Creator. Rest assured, you are not alone, although you may feel alone. Those people who are keeping all the different Christian holidays, they are disobedient and unrighteous. Elohim isn't hearing their prayers as they are disregarding His Torah. And we're told that in Proverbs 28:9. He who turns away his ear from hearing the Torah, even his prayer is an abomination. So let me speak plainly here to those who are being obedient to Elohim but are feeling alone. Let me share something with you by way of a word study. Exodus 19:5. And now if you diligently obey my voice and shall guard my covenant, then you shall be my treasured possession above all the people. In this verse we are told that if we obey Elohim, then we will be His treasured possession. Deuteronomy 14:2. For you are a set apart people to Yahuwah your Elohim, and Yahuwah has chosen you to be a people for Himself, a treasured possession above all the people who are on the face of the earth. Now the King James Version and the scriptures have the word switched around a little bit. The King James will say peculiar people, and it's that word peculiar that we're looking for, which is also the same as treasured possession. That is Strong's H5459 Segula, meaning to shut up, as to hold, wealth, jewel, peculiar treasure, proper, good, or special. Deuteronomy 26:16 and 19. Today Yahuwah your Elohim is commanding you to do these laws and right rulings. And you shall guard and do them with all your heart and with all your being. You have today caused Yahuwah to proclaim to be your Elohim, to walk in His ways and guard His laws and His commands and His right rulings, and to obey His voice. And Yahuwah has caused you to proclaim today to be His people, a treasured possession, as He has spoken to you to guard all His commands, so as to set you high above all the nations which He has made, for a praise, for a name, for esteem, and for you, to be a set-apart people to Yahuwah your Elohim, as He has spoken. Now, where it says in the scriptures to be His people, a treasured possession, that's what I was just talking about, how in the King James Version it switched around, where it says a peculiar people, peculiar being that Hebrew word segula, which is special, okay? We can see that included in the implication to be that treasured possession is the stipulation that we guard His commands. Are you guarding Elohim's commands? Well, if you are, then you are one of His treasured people above all the people surrounding you who are not guarding Elohim's commands. So if we are His people, then the following verses would apply to us. Deuteronomy 31:6. For it is Yahuwah your Elohim who is going with you. He does not fail you nor forsake you. Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid nor be discouraged, for Yahuwah your Elohim is with you wherever you go. Remember that one. Isaiah 41:10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not look around, for I am your Elohim. I shall strengthen you. I shall also help you. I shall also uphold you with my right hand of my righteousness. So I guess the natural question would be, why are some of us feeling alone? Why do we feel alone, especially if we're surrounded by a lot of people? Elohim is separating the sheep from the goats. And if you are His people, then you're one of His sheep. You're one of His lost sheep that is coming back into covenant. And if you're surrounded by all these goats, you're going to feel like you don't fit in. But we are being set apart by our obedience. If we're surrounded by those who are not obedient, then they are not set apart to Him. They are set apart from Him. And thereby they're also set apart from us when we are set apart to the Father. We may be in cities and surrounded by people but they are just worldly and mostly background noise. Do you think it's possible that Elohim has placed you to be a light to others, as you are the only one who belongs to him where you currently live? Isaiah 42, 6-7. I, Yahuwah, have called you in righteousness, and I take hold of your hand and guard you, and give you for a covenant to a people, for a light to the Gentiles, to open blind eyes, to bring out prisoners from the prison, those who sit in darkness from the prison house. Isaiah 49, 6. And I shall give you as a light to the Gentiles, to be my deliverance to the ends of the earth. This journey we're on can be a strange, funny journey at times. Sometimes we look back in our lives and we can definitely see where Elohim was working. Other times we look back and we wonder, why did I have to go through that? Why did I have to feel that? We may not know, but what we have to do is trust him that we are his people and that all things will work out for good. So wherever you have been scattered and wherever you live and whatever you do, stay strong in our Elohim as he refines you, as he tests you, and remember that you are his possession. You are his special people, a treasure of his, and you are not alone, and he will not forsake you. I hope this video blessed you. As always, thanks for being a part of Beit Tefillah Productions. Shalom, and have a great day.